Once upon a time, at a high school dance, a young boy and a young girl glanced at each other at the same time. They were mesmerized. Sparks flew. Cupid shot his arrow. The boy, named Ashton, began to walk over to the girl, whose name was Leslie, and she walked towards him. They were enamored with each other for the rest of the dance. Ashton, the football star, and Leslie, the cheerleader, they made quite the couple, and they were madly in love. The summer of their senior year passed, and it was time for college. Although distance kept them apart, their love stayed constant. They would write to each other consistently, almost every day, as well as call, text, and Skype. 3.5 years went by, and they had been dating a long time. Ashton knew that she was the one. One weekend, he decided to surprise Leslie at her dorm. They went for a picnic, and he proposed to her right then and there. Ashton and Leslie had a magical wedding, and their lives were overflowing with love and happiness. Then one day, just a few months later, Ashton and Leslie went to their doctor. The doctor told the anxious couple that it would be difficult to have kids and make a family of their own. Leslie was especially heartbroken because she loaded the burden on her shoulders and took the blame, to Ashton's dismay as he watched his wife weep. However, with some of the doctor's help, Leslie became pregnant. Both Ashton and Leslie were overjoyed. Although the baby was not far along at all, Leslie went out and bought diapers, a bottle, a stroller, and a crib. Ashton even proudly announced the news with Leslie at his family's big reunion. Two weeks later, at the weekly checkup, the doctor couldn't find the heartbeat anymore. Leslie went into a deep depression and could not handle the emotional toll of her miscarriage. Once again, she continued to apologize to her husband for not being able to provide them with a family. She continued to put the blame on herself, and her husband didn't know what to do. All she wanted was to achieve Erik Erikson's stage of generativity versus stagnation. To create something that will outlast her and her husband. Ashton worked with his own grief as his family members tried to console him. His dad even took him aside, patting him on the shoulder and encouragingly stating, "You can always try again." Ashton weakly smiled, knowing that he was just trying to help, but didn't know exactly what to say. Ashton and Leslie decided to make a change in their lives and revamp their marriage, so they bought 2 airplane tickets and left home to travel the world. They visited beautiful beaches, great cities, but they received the most satisfaction when they went into the poor villages. Ashton enjoyed watching Leslie interact with the children. One day, Ashton realized what was in store for him and his wife. He immediately ran and found his wife to tell her his proposition. They were going to adopt. A year later, Ashton and Leslie went to beautiful Gate in Lesotho, Africa, to take home their new 3-month-old baby boy. Although the pain of the miscarriage never went away for Ashton and Leslie, they were able to pour their love into their new baby.